My name is Alva, I'm 31 years old. This is a story about the road to the World Championships in Nice. 1.9 kilometers swim, 90 kilometers bike ride, and then a half marathon running.
Yes, she can do that, she's able to do that.
If you would have told me that 1.5 or 2 years ago, I would have never believed you. Because that girl who once felt broken, lost, completely disconnected from her self-worth is now sitting here as a world champion qualifier. Yeah, that's unbelievable. So I'm Alva, I'm 31 years old. I live on Curacao here with my dog Stewie. And I guess you can say I'm a triathlete in the making. But this story, it didn't start with triathlon. This is gonna be a story in which I'm gonna be very open, scary open, maybe for me, about how I lost myself and how I eventually found my way back through sports. I grew up with my little brother and my mom and dad in a small village in Holland. I was a very happy child. I was raised as a very strong girl, I think. My mom and dad always told me to stand up for myself, to not be depending on anyone else. And I also did a lot of sports when I grew up. I did ice skating, handball, a lot of things actually, but the one that became my main sport was horseback riding. And that wasn't exactly surprising because my mom and dad are deeply rooted in that horse world. But I think over time that the joy in horse riding kind of disappeared. I think that was because performing well started to matter too much to me, and I think that's something I got from my dad, that drive kind of, and I think it's a blessing and a curse because that chapter kind of solved itself when I was moving to Curacao when I was 22. I was happily living the island life here, the good life, but later I got in a relationship where I lost myself actually. I became someone who gave too much, who adjusted too much I think, and I slowly disappeared in that process, and at that time I didn't fully realize how deeply that kind of damaged my confidence and my self-worth. Yeah, especially when that relationship ended, it turned into a very painful and toxic period of my life actually. I was living in survival mode and I was numbing myself with partying, and I was actually even hurting myself, which I actually still am quite ashamed of because I could never understand why people do that, and now I was doing it myself. And yeah, but I was just completely disconnected from myself. And then somehow movement found me, or I found it, I think. I was running, and I was running longer and longer, and that at first it was just to feel pain, because in that time I was in a period in my life that I thought I deserved pain. But I noticed that after I ran, something shifted kind of. I felt a little bit more okay because my head was more clear and my thoughts felt lighter, and I think, yeah, that became something much bigger, because one day I was talking about someone about doing a marathon, and at that point I could already see myself finishing one. I could imagine that picture, and I saw myself finishing that marathon, and I needed a goal in my life anyway at that point. So I called my mom, and yeah, she just told me, of course you can do that. So yeah, I joined a run club then. That was in August 2024. That was the run club of Yolinda. And for the first time in a long period, I was experiencing this weird feeling because I met people there and they were super supportive and they were telling me that I was doing good and they saw something in me that I didn't see. And I was just, I felt weird that people thought I was good in their eyes. But slowly I started to borrow that belief, I guess, until it became my own. And then in October, I did my first race to just get a feel for racing and see how it works. And then, to my surprise, I became first in my age group. So that did lit a little fire in me. And in November was the big day, the KLM Curacao Marathon. That was my bucket list goal at that point. And it was an amazing day because I have my girls, my friends, I call them Ido, because that's what our group chat is called. They showed up in the most beautiful way because they were cheering me all the way. They were going from point to point to cheer me on, and they had those signs with lightning because this marathon was in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock. Yeah, that was just amazing. And when I finished that marathon, I was not only proud, I felt loved, I felt full, I felt alive, I felt so strong. That was just such an amazing feeling, and I immediately also thought, yeah, what's next? Because this was almost too easy. And that's when triathlon actually came in my life. And I didn't have a bike. I definitely couldn't swim properly. But yeah, then somehow 12 weeks later, I did my first IRONMAN 70.3 in Puerto Rico. Alva. And from there on, I did amazing races, had a lot of new experiences, a lot of new friendships also, and it kind of became my lifestyle from then on. But I also got my first injury, and that was around the time that I switched to Karim as a coach, because I wanted to find out if a different training approach would get me even more. But that definitely made the build up to my second Ironman 70.3 in Panama. It didn't make it easier. We didn't really know what would be possible there because I didn't run for at least 2 months. But I did have this quiet dream somewhere in my head that I really wanted to qualify for World Championships one day. But yeah, of course, I told myself, yeah, it's not gonna happen because it did feel impossible at that point because, yeah, with the injury and stuff. But then somehow that day came. And I did qualify for the World Champs in Panama. That was an amazing experience. If you would have told me that 1.5 or 2 years ago, I would have never believed you. Because that girl who once felt broken, lost, completely disconnected from her self-worth is now sitting here as a world champion qualifier. Yeah, that's unbelievable. A big part of that last chapter that built up to my second Ironman in Panama was Karim, because I came to him in that injured period of time, and we had also limited time, but we somehow made it work. Before I tell you more, I really want you guys to meet my coach and my physio, Karim, who is gonna guide me to Nice right now.
My name is Karim Alders. Now I'm 32, but I started at 17. 12 years of Premier League and a lot of races, seen a lot, done a lot, but that also brought me to a point where I said I have enough of early mornings, 3 times a day training, everything around triathlon life, so I decided no, I don't want it anymore. I go travel, and in the travel I didn't do anything, got fat, that was nice, could eat. But it was the family, yeah, La Monster family, who eventually we stayed there for 8 weeks. And I was explaining what I did for triathlon and I used to do, and they got me excited again because they gave me a bike in New Zealand, and they said, why don't you go cycle? Here's some clothes, go cycle. And I was like, I don't know if I want to. But the first time I touched the bike and I went out again, I was like, okay, I really miss this. So from there on, that's how the black and white also came, because New Zealand, the All Blacks is also black and white. So to always remember that it all started in New Zealand as well, is why the team is also black and white. What I really wanted to do eventually is, because you always have to ask your athletes and yourself, why am I doing something? Is because I wanted to give back to the community or to starters or to pros, elites, another level of coaching in the sense of more family bonded coaching with progression eventually. So that was the main goal for the AT, and that's how it started. And we started with 3, now we're almost at 50. So in 2 years' time, that's quite an improvement. I like this group though. For me, it changed a lot. Doing everything always alone, definitely in the Netherlands, or feeling alone. Now, as you see on the track, we all do something different, but we're all alone doing our training, but all together. And that's what I really enjoy. So for me, the AT is, people say, oh, you have a nice team. I always correct them, no, we don't have a team, we have a family, because that's what I try to establish at least, But also the second year of coaching now, and we got 3 world champion qualifications. That's also really nice, of course.
There's a fly, huh? Yes. But I'm not the only one who's going to Nice, and it's actually a part that makes this whole journey more special, even because there are actually 4 more athletes that also qualified for the World Championship, and for such a small island, I think that's pretty amazing. So I really want you to meet those athletes too, because chances are that you're gonna see them also a lot more in the next episodes.
I'm Lieke, 27-year-old. I did 2 half Ironmans last year. First in Luxembourg, and then we went to Cartagena. In Cartagena I became 3rd in my age group, so then I automatically qualified for Nice. So that was really, really cool. I didn't expect, I hoped top 5, but then I got a 3rd spot, so it was great. I'm very happy to go to Nice and support Curacao and go see what I can do on the highest level in my age group.
I'm Monica Woodford. I am half Colombian, half German. I have started these sports, like 3+ years ago. I'm 47 years old, so I am actually doing this not only for myself, but I also think that I want to be an inspiration to all the women in the 40s.
Can you also tell a little bit about how you qualified for Nice?
Yeah. So I went through ups and downs where I did good and then I did bad in sports and then good and then bad again. Then I went to Luxembourg in summer to do an Ironman 70.3 and had a very scary experience where I almost drowned together with another fellow athlete. And after that, I just realized that I'm doing this for fun, for me, for my family, for my supporters, for my mom in heaven. So I was like, you know what, let me have a little more fun. Put my heart and my strength and everything into it, but also having fun and loving what I do. So I started training differently with my coach, and then I went to Cartagena just with no expectations of qualifying, but of course I wanted to be top 10 in my age group. And so was it. I just did what I had to do. Like the other coaching says, I stayed on my watts, on my pace, on my heart rate, and I follow the plan. And one of a sudden I was not only top 10, I was number 8 in my age group. And then I received, after I was showering and getting ready for the ceremony, because we knew that Lieke would qualify for sure. I am showering and Karin calls me like, bring your passport and credit card. I think there's a chance that you're going to have a spot to go to the World Champs. And I was like, what? That's not true. Like, just come and we see. And indeed, my name was called, and again, at my age, having this opportunity and not plan to be part of it and not pushing for it It was just a blessing, and my family was there. I was just,
Oh, that's
I
good.
am so proud of
Yeah.
myself and everything I'm doing.
What does it mean for you to like coach athletes who are going to the Worlds?
Yeah, a lot though. But it's not only about the Worlds, because that's how it all started, in the sense that people think we only coach to go progress in time or something like that. But if you look at other people, they lose 15 kilograms, they feel more confident. It's not only about just a title or a world champ, because world champ can mean a lot for you. In the Netherlands, what they used to ask was, are you not overqualified for Curacao? And I said, well, in the Netherlands you already have your diamonds and you can only polish them. And on Curacao, what I really like is people think they are coal and then they have only a little diamond, and eventually you show them that they're worth much more, and that the only perception is that they are very small. But eventually creating that and showing them they have more potential, that's what I love.
Okay.
I'm Jolinda, I'm 38, I'm married to Peter, I've got 2 kids, and my sports journey began about 10 years ago with a 5-kilometer KLM run. And that was kind of a bucket list thing, and from there it kind of exploded, and I went from a 5 to a 10, ran my first marathon in 2018, did my first half and full Ironman in 2019. And yeah, from there I kept on running marathons and doing half and full Ironmans.
Yeah, because how many Ironmans you already did and marathons, you know?
I ran 19 marathons, 3 ultras, and I did 6 full Ironmans.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I didn't think I would get here when I started 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of addictive, I think.
Yeah, you got addicted.
Yeah,
to it.
yeah, super excited to go with you. How did it go? Yeah, well, this is my first World Championship. I qualified for Kona in 23, but that was the full. So this is my first qualification for the half. And yeah, we went to Panama together, and I was really excited about that race. And obviously I looked at the times that I had to do to qualify, and when I saw the times I was like, nah, I don't know if it's in the books. Even on my best day it's gonna be hard, but the day actually went really, really good. I had a good race.
Yeah.
And then we saw the list and we were sitting there together and when they were doing the roll down, and then I was counting, or I asked my sport friends next to me, like, count for me, I can't count anymore because it was so stressful. Then I knew that we were in, and yeah, that was amazing. That was a really, really great day.
Well, my name is Casper. I'm 47 years old. I started doing triathlon, and I think my first 70.3 half triathlon was in October 2014. Then I stopped doing it for a couple of years, started doing it again in 2020. And now I did 5 full distances, full triathlons, one of them being the World Championship. Last month, or actually 2 months ago, we qualified with 3 of us. We went to Panama for the half triathlon with, I think, 18 athletes, something like that. And the 3 of us qualified for the World Championships in Nice this year. I work, I train, do triathlons.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. Yeah.
And what does it mean for you to qualify to do this sport?
Well, first of all, it keeps me on track. Training means that I have a purpose, I have a goal, so it gets me out of bed early in the morning. It wasn't really my intention, but apparently I'm inspiring a lot of people, and that feels good actually.
So, and of course there are also the people who know me long before this all started. That's my parents. They know me as a little kid. They have seen my struggles, and they also see me in growing someone who is becoming herself again.
You want to go first?
Okay, I will. Well, she's very social and have lots of friends. Most of the time she's very driven.
I would say Alba, when she's at home, there's always something happening, there's always liveliness, there's always something going on. And when she's not there, there's always a big difference. So I like that a lot. Most people see almost everything because she films everything, she's on Instagram. But besides that, I think what people don't see is how dedicated she is to all the training schedules that she has. And she never misses one. She's very serious about those things. And I think that's part of the power. Yeah, that's actually what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dedication for and yeah, never missing one step of the program.
Yeah, and they don't see her dumps, I think. But we can help her most of the time. I know she goes for 100% and does it on a respectful and good way. I know she can do that.
Yeah, I'm a bit impressed, if I'm honest, that she has chosen something and really goes for it. And already the choice to do one thing super good and leave all the other duties and obligations that everybody has. She chose for one thing and went for it, and that I think is impressive.
Oh, I'm the most proud of the person she is.
She remains the same person as she always has been, and she has reached such an amazing level, and she looks great on all the Instagram things, and so I'm not into those at all, but every now and then I see something, and then if you speak to her, she's just the same Alba as she has always been.
Yes, she's our child.
Yeah, so
And
that
she will be.
that's I think, yeah, that's I think the most nice thing to see.
So yes, this is a story about the road to Nice, but even more than that, it's a story about growth, a story about healing, a story about becoming more of what you really are. And that's actually why it means so much to me, because I don't want this story to stop with me. I want everyone to know, or maybe even especially women or girls, that they are allowed to dream bigger, to go for more. And I want to tell that story from the place that became home to me, that's Curacao. And this island and the people and the community, they all have been part of this. And of course, I'm gonna show you more of that in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. So if you want to follow along for this journey, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this is only the beginning.